Welcome to another episode of Dads in Progress podcast. I'm your host, Sport, and I'm here with my guys.
We in the fucking building. It's your boy H to the it's like no, I'm in the building.
I mean, it's 5 Brock, man. 1/3.
Yeah, there we go.
Man.
Here we go.
We back around, man. We back around.
So this is our first episode in completion. This one is gonna be for a while. For eternity. We definitely locked in.
We rolling.
Yeah, this episode 84, but we would be remiss without starting and where we left off at, because we had a crazy episode on 83.
Did we ever?
Yeah. So we got a lot of TikTok comments and a lot of they calling me the loyal cheater. They calling me the loyal cheater inside TikTok the last week and a half.
Clear it up. If y'all watched the episode, he never said that's how he thought.
Yeah.
Let me come to my man defense. I said this in the comments, but it might have went over a lot of people here. He never said that's how he thought. He was speaking on how some men think, and it's true. That's how some men think, unfortunately. But whatever. We got the backlash. We appreciate y'all for watching, even if y'all just watched the 3-minute clip.
Yeah.
If y'all went further and watched the whole episode, you would see what we meant and what we was trying to portray or whatever the case may be. But thank y'all for watching, to say the least.
Yeah, and my biggest thing with that is like, you know what I mean? Like, we open to all feedback, but it's like,
absolutely,
y'all gotta keep that same energy and just tap in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
We really got some good episodes, man. So, you know what I mean? The same energy y'all keep is like all the comments, this and the third. Put that same energy and then just tap in and just take an hour out your day, man.
Exactly.
See what we talking about. And share it.
That's what we was trying to do. I was trying to push everybody over to the YouTube and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I noticed that people didn't even watch the whole. It was a 3-minute clip. They didn't even watch the whole 3-minute clip. Yeah, like people tapped in for the first spell. Because if you see it ended with me saying like maybe men don't even respect themselves enough or have enough self-esteem or something. Right. I said to even just leave. Like maybe it's on us.
He even said that maybe loyalty wasn't the right word.
Yeah. Nobody
said that.
You double back on him.
I cleaned it up real good, but if you ain't listening past the 30-second mark,
all I heard was what he say, loyalty. They out there buying.
This nigga dumb. Yeah, I was getting killed on TikTok.
They was going in. They talk about what they say. I thought they charged $1 million for these microphones.
Yeah, they said they need to go up. They said they need to put tariffs on the podcast. I was like, damn. But either way, like you said, we like the feedback.
Absolutely.
And we always give perspective. It might not be where we at right now, because I do feel like we all growth, and
absolutely. Just
because you have a mindset at a younger age don't mean you always had that mindset. And you entitled to feel how you feel, and that's what we did. And I think Todd did a great job of just like being a voice for like women at the time, because I feel like the conversation probably would have went way further left if she wasn't here to say like, to like give us a little barometer to balance things. So that was good.
Yeah. It would have really went rival. It would have really went bad.
Yeah.
Because I understood completely. Because I was like, you ain't lying. Like,
exactly.
I come home, I'm loyal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But we definitely away from that. We definitely got some more with that whole topic and stuff like that.
Yeah, we got something coming up for y'all.
But this 84, we got a lot on tap for the day. Like, we gonna get back to some things that we kind of went away from because we had Ty here and it was just a different environment with a woman here. So we did a lot of different things. But we getting back to
the
one of our segments that we love, what men can't do, where we like to always talk about what the internet say we should not be doing. And then we got we got another one, as a man. So we gonna pose a question every week where we ask, as a man, would you, or as a man, how would you feel as a man? So that's two segments we gonna have every week.
Yeah.
But we gonna get right into it. Like, we gonna get right into the stuff. Like, I saw a post this week, probably last week, that was talking about the difference between a man income and how his pockets look when he's single versus when he in a relationship.
Yeah.
And is it a big difference? Like, when you single, are you able to stack and put your money away versus when you in a relationship, when you spending and stuff like that? I'm gonna start with you, Fire. What you think?
Well, first off, we gotta definitely put in perspective, like, all right, if I'm single, do I have my own house, and am I paying my own rent? Because if I'm living with my mom or if I'm living with my grandmom, you know what I'm saying, it's a different story.
Fact.
So what's the perspective what we rolling with?
We
both be paying rent and
responsibilities
on both sides?
as a grown man, you got your own. You got your own. Well, that's what they always say. You're supposed to have your own. You got your own. So when you got your own, but that's yours. So yeah.
All right. So if we rolling that way, I feel like, you know, a well-rounded female and a well-minded female, in my case, I feel like they never gonna let you down. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the female side with this one. It's certain things that, and I do also feel like it's certain things that a well-minded female will understand. So if I'm paying a rent, right, I shouldn't have to worry about groceries and putting food in the house and you know, utilities and different things like that. Especially if I'm paying a rent in the car note, I shouldn't have to worry about those things. Yeah. And also on the back end, you know, just from me having experience, if it's ever a situation where, you know, I'm falling short, I know for sure that, damn, if I pay rent all year, all these years, if something come up and I have a bad month, I should be able to lean on you for this and that. You feel what I'm saying? So we do have situations now where females is so caught up in materialistic things, and, you know, they so caught up in the internet, or they might have dealt with a guy that took care of everything and then did the extra. But for me, I know what I can stand.
Yeah, so, I feel that. So you lean towards the relationship.
It got to be some balance. You know what I mean? It has to be some balance. So yeah, that's how I feel.
I say like this: you want to know if a single man saved more being single? Go out by yourself. Go to a restaurant, buy your own meal, and see how much you saved that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like one time we was about to record and I was downtown. I went to Chili's by myself. And I spent like $20. Yeah. I've never been with my lady or anywhere else and spent less than $150, $130.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if I was single and I'm doing this shit like that, if I'm spending 20 on my meal, that other 100 can go to me saving and you know what I'm saying? So definitely you save more being single. Even if you do have to pay your own bills and stuff like that, you don't have to do the extra stuff like you might do with your lady, like the going out and I mean, I guess if you going out, if you still dating and single, then that's different. Yeah. But if you just a single man and you just living in the city and you just doing you, for sure you're gonna save more being single.
Yeah,
because it's just more stuff you got to do in a relationship.
So is you outside though?
Even being outside, like if I'm outside by myself compared to me being outside with my lady.
True.
I'm saving more money. You know what
Even
I'm saying?
if you outside, like you outside every weekend, you out every Friday, Saturday.
Right.
Still think you might be saving a little bit more
money.
money.
Because I'm gonna put it in perspective. If I go outside by myself, I'm not buying the hookah. You know what I'm saying? It's $50 for a hookah. Yeah. But if I'm with my lady, I'm gonna buy the hookah because she gonna smoke the hookah this night. I'm not smoking the hookah by myself. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Just in that perspective, I'm saving a little bit more. Like even if I'm outside, like I'm saving more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I could just buy shots instead of. Then we gotta get a section because she don't want to stand up and shit like that. I gotta buy a bottle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, for sure you gonna save more single.
Y'all both give me good perspective. Like when Fire put it a certain way.
Question, man. I'm just waiting because I gotta get all the way down to the nitty gritty. So I got another question, man. That might really.
So let me. I definitely agree because I live that like being like single and being alone. So. Your bills is your bills. Like they all yours. They always gonna be your bills, right? So I think men who are in relationships may save more money if you really dug in. You can't be halfway in. Like you can't be in the we dating, we together, but we still separated. And my bills is my bills, her bills is her bills. If we all in and like you on some type time where I pay this and you pay that, then I might be kicking out more money for the hookah in the section or buying a section and all that, but I might be putting a little more back in my pocket because I do probably have the same mortgage or rent, same electric and all that bill, but I don't have to pay. I'm saving so much money on other things. Right. So it might balance out. I look at it that way. But like Heb said, you do like when I go out by myself, the presence of a woman make you carry yourself different. Certain things you do, like I would pregame if I was just going out by myself.
Right.
Fuck, I'm gonna go spin these watered down drinks for. I'm gonna just have a couple of drinks with my homies or by myself and pop the trunk, and then I'm gonna go and buy one drink or something like that, and that's cool. And they ain't even like a balling on a budget, it's just like it don't make sense to me to do it any other way.
Right.
Like I always get on people like the motherfuckers be in the club drinking, holding a cup of ice. Like, get you another drink. That's perspective though. Like that's perspective. But I'm saying like when you with your woman, you can't pop the trunk and tell her like, yo, let's take a few shots. Now you might be able to do that at the crib, or if y'all really dug in. If y'all really dug in,
I was about to say I get that to my lady. We do pregame before we go in the fucking
if
club.
you really dug in. But if this somebody y'all just dating and y'all really separated and y'all like kind of together but kind of not together, it's still like a matter of like what's you feel accepted, what's the comfort level in it. So I think it is both ways, but it also do depend on what type of woman you got, because you can have a girl and y'all dug all we in, but she's still deep in your pocket because that's the only way she know how to be. Right, it's deep in your pocket. Yeah, we gonna spend every dime you got.
But that's what I was saying. Where it was like that's.
If you got that type of woman, you gonna always have that problem.
Yeah, you always gonna have that problem.
Yeah. Like it is the type of woman that'll save you some bread that be like, yo, I got the rent this month. Or, you know, don't worry about paying that. I'm gonna pay that. Or a chick will tell you don't pay all that bill, only pay half and put the rest in your pocket. Like they'll show you how to ball on a budget. That's what a chick's supposed to. So in that case, you do save money, but it's a chick that's deep in your pocket and that's leads to like, you know, the way you get her. Like if you try and flash and keep, it's gonna be hard to keep her that's because she used to get in a section every time y'all go out, and that's how she balling. Then that's how you got ball. Don't show her nothing you can't keep up. Like so it's definitely two ends of to the spectrum and stuff like that. But I mean,
what was the question you had cooking up?
All right, so when we saying single, right? We saying like we dating. Right, so my whole thing is like, all right, if I got my crib and I got my own crib, I'm dating, I might got a few little shorties or whatever the case may be, right?
You ain't saving no money that way.
That's expensive as shit. That's expensive as shit too.
But also we thinking about the privacy part. Like I gotta get a telly, I gotta get a B&B. I don't trust everybody to come to my spot. Matter of fact, nobody might not come to my spot. You got swipes, you ain't gotta worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm coming home to. But now at the end of the day, you might have some. Oh damn, it's a Friday night. They going for $250 and up.
I learned that real fast.
It's shit easy to just go. Damn, it might be that night, and you might feel like if it ain't the night, it ain't never gonna happen. So what you gonna do? You single.
I met a chick that like I'll try a parking lot. I'll try a parking lot pimp because I just don't want you in my house. Because I don't want you in my house. But that's something that I never really thought of. You thought like when you single, like, oh yeah, I got the crib to myself, but you do not want to bring everybody back to your house. Like you don't, and you be like,
spend money to be.
Yeah, you think like, oh, the telly days is over. I got the spot. It's just me. I can run whoever I want in here, but you do not want.
You don't want them in the crib.
They be banging on your door. Like,
I'm about to say, especially because you don't want them to know where you live. If it go left, they know where you live.
They always know where you live
at. They come to the crib with some dumb shit. Like, nah.
Or depending on the quality of the woman you talk to, oh yeah, I know where he live at, or start talking to somebody else. Exactly. Now somebody got your addy. Like, It's wicked.
So
it's wicked.
When I was singing, I was crazy. Parking lot pimping, bro.
Yeah.
Let's pull up to the spot right here.
I thought you had your own spot. Shut up.
You don't want to be exciting.
You know what I'm saying?
A rush. It's a rush for me.
Spontaneous. Don't you like spontaneous? You ain't never been here before. Never been in front of this rock.
But we gonna bring back what men can't do. So if you're looking on one of our social media platforms, you'll see the video in the introduction, and we'll put the video in with the chick actually said. But
we gotta change the music too,
we definitely gonna put the music in there too. Yeah,
that was the old days.
Yeah. But what we got for what men can't do, huh?
What was it? What men can't do? Oh, apparently it was a video we seen online that said when a man take you out, he cannot Apple Pay for the date. If you use Apple Pay for a date, it's a no-no.
Oh man,
this is coming from these modern day women that's out here dating that
YBs.
The YBs.
Everybody always say YBs. Everybody always say YM, but nobody say YBs.
No, for sure.
It's coming from the YBs. You can't use Apple Pay. What you think about that, Five? That's crazy or what?
That's different, man. That's different. Like, damn, I can't I can't use Apple Pay. But look, the crazy thing is, right? All right, so I can't use Apple Pay to pay for this dinner. But like, if you wanted some weave or, you know what I mean, Apple Pay, cool.
I gotta
send over that
yeah,
tray.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I tell you, I ain't got nothing. I don't got no app. Damn, I got Apple Pay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got Cash App. I don't got Zelle. I don't got nothing. Well, I got Apple Pay. So it's like, that's crazy, man. Like,
I'm trying to figure
what
out
to say to
why.
that, man.
Why? Like, what's
I don't
wrong
know if
with
it's
Apple Pay?
the scam in it. I don't like. Yeah, I don't know what the reason is. Like, cause you can Apple Pay, and it just like bang from your card. Like, like it don't gotta be the money sitting on your Apple Pay card. You could bang it right from your card, but you Apple Paid. So I don't get ain't no different. Maybe I just didn't want to reach in my pocket and grab my wallet. So
I can see if they said something like
what is it, like a finesse or something like that?
You pull out no gift card or like a coupon or something.
You pull out a Visa joint. You pull out a Visa joint on them.
No, coupons is crazy.
Like I can see like a coupon or a gift card, but come on, bro, Apple Pay.
Yeah,
like yo, you ever just wonder about like niggas be desperate? Like, don't go out. Yeah, just don't go out. Like, I know people be wanting like some company and all that. You want the comfort of a woman, but if you gotta pull out a coupon, don't go out. Don't go out.
Yo, you pull out a coupon at a restaurant. It's crazy. Like, no, hold on. You start ripping the shit off. And
now I get the Cash App in it. Like,
it's the same thing.
No, the Cash App.
None of that, bro.
Yeah, I get the Cash App in it because she might think you bouncing your money around in your checkings and your savings, and she looking at you like, yo, this nigga ain't got no bread. I want Cash App. I want cash. If I'm going on some Cash App shit, I'm going to the Mac, pay the $250. I'm gonna tap Mac, pay the $250 and get the money out. I'm never gonna pay with the Cash App card.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be real vulnerable. At the Lovers and Friends, I paid with my Cash App card in the bar and shit, but I had it locked. A bitch gonna talk about something. Oh, you got it locked, don't you? That shit ain't go through. You got it locked. I'm like, bitch, get my
Yo, why everybody do that now? No, the locked card shit, like that's the thing now.
Money be coming out there,
money,
bro.
Yeah,
and then
but
they
like,
be saying like,
I get that though, but like,
people be like stealing and shit out your account and shit. Like if it be like scam and shit.
Oh, y'all gotta check your subscription.
I like it because I'm subscription. I'm gonna keep it a B. Like Netflix might be coming out. I ain't ready for
that shit count as a debit card, bro. They got whole account numbers and all that for Cash App, bro. Like, you feel me?
Yo,
but that's why I want to put it out, because when you pull out the Cash App card, she like, this nigga overdrafting his checking. So he playing with the cash. He don't have no money to take me out. So if I'm definitely playing with the Cash App card, I'm gonna go get cash.
But what I'm saying,
but the Apple Pay, nah.
You can have your Cash App card hooked to your Apple Pay though. So it's you know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't agree.
All that shit the same to me.
If your money's sitting in your Cash App and you pull out the card with the black card with your signature on it, no, something ain't right. Something ain't balanced right. Cause why you ain't just pull out your debit card?
Yo.
Why you ain't pull out a credit card? That's gonna ring the alarm to shorty right there. Like, yo, his finances, something
up with that check.
He overextended himself, taking me out. Like,
but what if you got some shit going on where people is Cash Apping you money? You feel what I'm saying? You don't gotta transfer that over. You might want.
That's
like,
true.
Cash App is legit. Like, I got money.
Yeah,
like,
some people run a business with their Cash App card. Yeah,
I seen a post that was basically like a girl was slandering like I guess she went out on a date, but she was like slandering men that like, if you pulled out a Chime or Cash App card or Zelle card, like if you ain't had no major bank account, she was rounding you up. Like, I don't feel that, bro.
I do. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, if it's paid for,
you, sister. I'm with you, sister. Because it's a representation of your finances.
Why I can't pull out the Chime? I'm paying, bro.
No, if you pull out the Chime, you can't get a bank account. I don't know what niggas
like. You ran off on the banks and all that.
That's them
you
can't get a real bank account.
They didn't drop 20 grand in the account.
You done finessed the bank account and you going to the check cashing place. Like, certain shit, that's going to let a chick know from the jump. Like, yo, he ain't got it already where he needed to be.
They ran off on him.
Disclaimer right now, we ain't shitting on nobody got you. Don't come in the comments with your Chime.
I really got Chime, bro. That's what I was saying. I ain't get that.
Yeah, no, I got.
I never used it though. I got my Chime though. I
But
fuck
no,
with
for
all of
everybody who got it, like just same thing with the Cash App card. For everybody who got it for a thorough reason, it's somebody who got it for another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, that's true.
Oh, shit.
Bro, you can't even put no. You can't even put no money on. You can't even put no money on FanDuel with that.
It's like no.
So if you can't put in a parlay with it, don't take no shorty out with it. That's my motto. But I can see why they. I mean,
So
I don't
you
get the
saying
Apple Pay. I don't get the Apple Pay at all.
I was about to say, you saying this?
No, Apple Pay a reach.
Do is cool.
Apple Pay a reach, but don't bang out no white and green Chime card on shorty.
No.
Like, nah, she going. That's going. If y'all all way in, then cool. Like I bang out my cash card if I'm with shorty that I'm really rocking with. Yeah,
Cash App.
She know I done locked the account and threw it cash over there. She know what I did already. But if I'm locking with new shorty. Oh no, I'm gonna go get that cash out.
You ain't bring another Cash App card?
I'm gonna go bring that cash. I don't even own a Cash App card, shorty.
There's so many perspectives because then it's like, damn, like somebody you might take somebody out, they might feel like, damn, you pulling all your money out. Like it's just too much.
Yeah,
bro.
it
like,
is. It is. It is.
$300-$400 like to check your being like now.
Now
like,
that's the thing
bro,
too. Like I done got the money off the Cash App card because I ain't want you to think I'm broke. Now I'm a flexing nigga
like
because I done pulled
gotta
out
get
the
the
bread.
check, go to the bathroom and count the check money out.
I just goes through with these.
Now I'm dropping my shit like Jim, not even knowing it's all my money for the week. It's all my bread for the week. This not even on no flex shit.
It's crazy, bro.
But that's what the internet do. Like, you know, they get quick to their story time. Like, oh, he pulled out a Cash App card. Another time he pulled out too much money.
Yeah.
He ate his ice at this drink. Like, so
he went on another drink. He just kept eating ice and moving the straw
on some
around.
shit. You just couldn't want the ice though.
Yeah.
But all right, let's close that out. What y'all feel like? Y'all cool going Apple Pay? Well, y'all said y'all Chime boys. Y'all said y'all Chime boys.
I'm paying. I'm not
Yo, my thing is, long as I'm paying for the meal, what is your issue?
Yeah, that is true. That's the one thing. Even if you the alarm go off in your head, like you think something, you should never say nothing because I'm paying.
Right.
So from the gun bust, you should be quiet.
I ain't saying no. Look, I had the ribs. You had that. That shit right there. That's $20. You gonna go ahead and pay? I ain't doing that. I'm paying with my shit. Apple Pay, whatever the case would be. Yo, y'all got tap.
Right. Real rap. Or on the flip side, I ain't saying my Chime ain't go through. Damn, can you pay on your card? I'm giving money. Like,
no, I did that before.
What? Your Chime ain't go through?
No, not my Chime. I got no Chime card. But I went out with Shorty and my card. It's not that it didn't go through. Mm-hmm. So you know how you get a new card. Mm-hmm. I activated the new card, but I tossed that one and I still had the old card. But she wasn't trying to hear that shit.
No, that's a bad joint. You can't go wrong with that.
I was like, we ain't speak again. That was it.
That shit once is over.
I even gave her more than a bill, like to pay for.
It's
like
over, bro.
The shit probably came to like $60 something because we ain't gonna nowhere special late night on the diner. Tip. And I sent her the money back when I got the car and I made it a bean like we ain't speak again. Like
that's over with.
She probably talking all type of shit about you in the group chat.
But that's the beauty of like before that it'd be in the group chat. Now they did do a story time about you and make you go viral. That's
close friends.
That's a bad joint.
That's the society we live in.
Yeah.
Everybody want to go viral.
Well, speaking of relationships and all that, it was a clip going around. I think 8 p.m. table or something was doing something. With the child support. They was doing a whole thing with child support. Let me lay out the scenario for y'all. The scenario was 16-year-old daughter. She was challenging her mom. Said her dad pays $1,900 in child support every month. Mm-hmm. Mom has kids from another man, 2 or 3 kids from another man. So she using the $1,900 to like supplement everything in the house. And the kid is at an age where she like, yo, if I want something, my pop coughing up $1,900. I understand that you got things, you gotta make sure the lights and stuff come on, but you splitting everything down the middle like it's all of our money when ultimately it's just mine. And that raised the question of like, how do you think child support should be allotted to people? How y'all feel about the system of child support in general? And should kids be at a spot where when they get old enough, they should be able to get like, oh, maybe 75% of that money go to you, but the other 25 go to herself because she old enough to feed herself, take care of herself. She out and about by herself or whatever. So how y'all feel about that in general? I'll start with you, Have, because you.
I'm on the perspective of her having multiple kids by different people, if she getting child support from all of the fathers, let's say she got 4 kids.
Yeah, it could be that she not getting it from nobody else, and she only getting from him.
It could be that.
Yeah.
And that, see, I'm biased because if you do have multiple incomes, like multiple child support orders or whatever, then I think that you should like break off the kids. At least some. Put some to the bills and then some to get a kid the little bit of rest. But like in my case with my children or whatever, I was on child support or whatever. All 3 of them is by we all by the same lady. So yeah, that's gonna go to making sure the roof got the electric is going, the heat going, everything. I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah. Perfectly fine with that. I think that because all my kids live in that household, the household gotta run. So if you're using that money to make sure my kids got hot water and heat and electric and all that, I'm cool with that. Yeah. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Do you think like once your kids got to that high school age, they should have got a piece of that money, or you think it always should be divvied to the mom and let her decide what she want to do with it?
No, because I mean, see, in my case, they still hit me up for money too. So it's
that's the thing when people say that, like you pay that, but that's on top of that, you still kick out your pocket. So that's nothing. Like you still pay more than that.
So in that case, I still think that when you get older, the food and stuff is more expensive because they eat more. So again, it still should go to the household.
True.
And again, in the case of all the kids by the same dad and the same mom. Now, if it's like again, if you got multiple orders, that's a lot of money coming in. I ain't gonna lie to you. The child support system is crazy.
Yeah, even if you let's say, like her dad kicking out 19 because he got a good job.
Right.
Main man might work at Checkers. He kicking out $50. So
that's true too. So you got
he on just because it's only based on a percentage of what they make, not a percentage of your kid's stomach. They probably eat around the same amount, but he only got but so much.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I'm gonna give you a little story time. In my case, I was working at a job where I was making this much of money at the time when I first got put on my child support order. It was a contract every 365 days. So when the new contract came past, they cut us $6 an hour. So let's say I'm making $24 an hour. I went down to 16, 17 hours.
Yeah.
The child support, I want to go put I'm making $6 less. Y'all gotta lower it. They keep it the same amount as when I was making.
That's crazy.
24. It made no sense. I went to a judge, everything.
That's crazy.
They said you can still pay the same thing.
Damn.
The child support system here is crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like they really be raping you, but that's another.
Yeah.
I ain't even going that soapbox, but
What you think, Fa?
I think in that case, like, cause I don't have any experience with that.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I be having like some of my homies tap in and they be like, I mean, venting to me about certain shit, and I be like, damn, like, that's tough. But like 1900 is crazy though, cause it's like depending on like what's going on, I'm damn near paying your rent.
Pretty
like,
much.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
that's definitely rent.
Not saying that I'm not gonna give my daughter nothing. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like if she has a need, I'm not talking about like if she has something that she needs or something that like she really wants, if it's something, I feel like she should get that. If you don't have a job or anything like that, then we might have to come back, huddle in and have a discussion. I don't know how that works with child support.
Right.
Because if you don't have a job and you're just trying to live off my $1,900 a month, I don't even know what we talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Like how can that even? You feel me? But let's just say
a lot of people that do that too, though.
Yeah. But let's just say you got a job to where as though, you making ends meet plus more. At the end of the day, that $1,900 could pay your rent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, that's saying if you living in a place that's $1,900,
right?
But yeah, it's just tough, man. I definitely feel have, you know what I mean. Like I said,
and to go back on that, not to cut you off, but I'm just to disclaim, my kids they go through Catholic school too, so a lot of that went to the Catholic school.
Okay,
and all that shit. So I was cool with, perfectly fine with how she spent the money. I didn't have no issues with it.
Yeah.
I only had issues when it was like. They had stuff in the house, and I felt like,
exactly.
What you doing? And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the thing too with that. Like, if it's allotted to you to take care and manage it right, of course you got to manage it right.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think is the toughest position to be put in is when you kicking out this money and it's a major portion of your check or whatever like that, and then your kids come to you and ask you for something, and you gotta like. You can't say like, oh, just get it from that, or I gave you that from there. You still got to come up with it. So it was like, where did my money go? Like, and it's crazy. So it's a tough situation. But I saw something that was just talking about that child support and alimony just got to be like reworked with like divorce and all that. How people like it's women kicking out the type of money to men that like be like, oh, you could do for yourself, bro. Yeah. But by laws that say like, yeah, you made a little bit more than her, so you gotta kick out that money. Like, so it's a lot of things that's just like old written rules that gotta be reworked and stuff like that. Where like, I think like in the 80s and all that, it's just like men wasn't nothing. So it's like they look at us like when you show up to court, like, oh, you're not supposed to be valuable. So you spend the first hour in court trying to prove that you are a good dad. Like you don't come in with a clean slate. You come in at a negative. You already judged from the rip. So you come in at a -1 before you even start when you come in these courts and stuff like that. So it's definitely something we need to appear. But I do think like once your kids get old enough and like you establish, like, say mom got our own income and all that, and I'm kicking out the money and I'm still sending, let her have a little bit of that money. Like, all right, whatever you gonna do with the house and all that, but make sure 100 of that see her pocket. Because, especially if she's doing something good. Make sure 100 of that see her pocket because that's her trans pass or that's her lunch when she go to work or whatever the case may be. Because at that point, if our kid that old, like you should be in a good space, I should be in a good space. If I'm kicking out that money, you should be able to say like, hun, here goes something, you responsible. I think it's something that we like, that's pivotal. You got to put money in your kids' pockets. Like before they start looking for ways to find money from other people and stuff like that.
Real shit. But even staying on, I mean, this is dad podcast or whatever. So staying on the topic of kids, like how do y'all feel? How important is it to you to make sure that your children aren't followers? Like don't follow like the trend or the people they hanging around or whatever the case may be. Like when you teaching your kids like morals and stuff like that, how important is it to teach them not to be a follower?
Damn, man, that's a good one, man. I think it's very important, especially with this generation, man. With everything going on as far as the media and music and their peers, like it's just so much so much going on.
Peer pressure.
For me, peer pressure. And for me, like just growing up, like that was something for me was like I always looked up to like the hustlers. Like it don't matter how you got it. Like it was the hustlers. Like that was for me. Like
you
that
was getting it.
Yeah, you was getting it. And I learned a lot from them, how to save and, when you lose your money, how to, get it back and different things like that. But just morals and they still don't respect. You know what I mean? They still don't certain things. So I feel like with this generation now, it's just like they looking up to each other as far as like killing and drilling and all these different things. And one thing I noticed is it's like they not afraid to die. Like
there's no value for life.
Like they don't want to age. Like they don't want to get old. Like when we was growing up, we couldn't wait to like, even if it wasn't going to college, it was like, all right, I can't wait to get my first car.
Be grown and have my own responsibilities. Like that was a goal to us.
Like I can't wait to turn 18. I can't wait till I'm grown. Like I can't wait till I'm 21. I can't wait till I move out. I can't wait till I get my first job. I can't wait till I get my first check. I can't wait till I save this certain amount. Like that's what we look forward to. And it's different now. It's like they made their own lane. They made their own like it's crazy. So for me, like I think it's very important to like really show your kids, man, like, listen, we going this route. Like no matter what they doing, like we going this route. And you gotta install it in them. You gotta guide them, you gotta lead them because, the way things are going, it's like it's easy to drift off, man. There's so much negativity. So I think, it's very important. Like I wouldn't say you want to control him. Of course, I want my son to have a mind of his own.
Mind, right?
You know what I'm saying? I want him to be creative. I want him to try to figure things out. But right is right, wrong is wrong.
Exactly.
And the fact that I got experience on living this world, I can correct you. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I made or the same mistakes that I thought about. Because there's some shit you probably thought about as a kid, like, damn, like, you feel me? But no, I don't even want you to think about that. So
it's so much things that we don't like. like peer pressure is a thing, and it was a thing when we was younger,
Always, yeah.
and it's even amplified now because we was able to go home and be who we wanted to be.
Yeah.
Like you could have been a weirdo at school, but you was thorough on your block,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
Or you could have been a weirdo on your block, but in your house you was the biggest brother, so
right,
everybody respect you there, whatever the case may be. Like now, whatever you are travels with you in every circuit of your life. So it's a struggle.
Yeah.
But I think the scariest thing is like trying to teach individuality, like in people, telling people that you can be who you want to be.
Mhm.
Like a lot of my kids now, they don't listen to the music that I listen to. Some songs they do, but a lot of music they listen to, I don't even like. Like,
right.
but they come from I gotta remember that they come from a different lifestyle than I live.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Like when I grew up, we was listening to rap and all day and all that. They don't even listen to some of the songs that I listen to
Right.
because they haven't grown up in that area. Like they didn't look up to the hustlers because they didn't grow up to that. Like they didn't grow up in that area, so they mindset is different. And I had to catch myself telling myself like, "Oh, y'all don't listen to this? Why y'all listening to that?" Or me telling them like, "Yo, that's weird" and stuff like that. Like, no, I'm gonna let y'all stay in y'all lane as long as y'all want. And I vibe with them with their music, and they vibe with me on some things I like. But I think you always like peer pressure. I remember being young, and my mom. I wanted to get my ear pierced so bad. Like that was the thing. Everybody wanted like all about the Benjamins. You wanted the big AIs, like, and my mom was like, "No, you're not getting it." Like, and peer pressure told me I had to get it because all my friends had it.
Right.
Like, and it's like, it's not till you get older where you realize I didn't need it. I might have wanted it then because everybody else was getting it, but I didn't need it.
Right.
And then now I be saying like, "Yeah, all y'all got y'all ears pierced, and I never did," or whatever like that. And I look at it as a thing. But you wouldn't know that unless your parents install something in you to be different. It's okay to be different.
Facts.
When you thought it wasn't okay. And I think we got to always preach that it's okay to be different, that you don't got to dress like everybody. And just because, even that too with the fashion, like you can look like everybody, but don't mean you got to act like everybody.
Yeah.
So you can wear the ripped jeans and the dreads or whatever the case may be, but don't mean you got to act like them.
Yeah.
Like, so people... If you don't have an identity, you start to mimic other people's identity. So not only do you want to, because we always dress like the rappers and the hip hop players, but we never thought we was them. We didn't want to, we wasn't dying to put a RIP in our bio. That ain't what we live for. So I just think you always got to teach individuality. Like, what you think of?
No, y'all touched on some valid points. I'm gonna give you a scenario with just recently with my youngest son. Ramadan just finished, and he told me out of the blue, like, he took a shahada.
Okay.
So I'm in my mind, I'm like, bro, your mom is a full-on Christian. Like, personally, I'm not really, like, I'm not spiritual. I'm not religious.
Spiritual, but not religious.
Or however you say it, whatever it could be. So, but for his mom to be like a full-on church and everything like that, you took your shahada. In my head, I'm like, yo, you following your friends, this and the third.
Right.
And so I instantly got upset, and I hit him like, yo, we need to talk. Because I thought that, like, I needed to pick your mind. I just want to pick your mind,
pick
see
your
where
brain,
you at.
see what's going on.
You do that. And when he talked to me and explained to me why he did it, I was like, all right, my son cool. Like, he know, like, he not following behind somebody. He actually sat and thought about his decision before he actually made it. And I actually was like proud of him. I told him, I said, bro, I'm proud of you. Like, I'm proud of you being your own man and shit like that, because that's always what I taught them.
Yeah.
My sons and my daughter, but definitely my sons. Like, be your own self. Don't follow behind nobody, because following behind somebody gonna get you locked up with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much. Especially these kids nowadays, like you said, like, they ain't scared to die.
Yeah.
And the reason is that because nowadays you become a legend when you die.
Like,
they immortalized when you die. Like, that's something. Like, they get whole blocks named after them, like whole gangs named after them when they die. So I didn't want him to fall in that hamster wheel or whatever of being like how everybody else on the street. So when he told me and he explained to me why he did it, I was really proud of him to say, like, all right, he not going to be a father. Because in my head, I'm like, yo, he did that because of his friends, this and that. But once I sat and talked to him, I was like, I'm really proud. I told him, I'm really proud of you being your own man and making this decision for yourself. So I feel like I did something.
Yeah, that's good for you to be able to move off that though. Some people go into shit and be like, yo, I made up my mind that I think you're a follower, regardless what you say. I think you're a follower. You know what I mean? And you can't be swayed. Like for you to have a conversation and y'all play tennis with it and him tell you like, all right, well, I think that's valid. So I respect that. Yeah, that's
definitely.
thorough.
I just wanted to pick his head because like that's the first thing I thought, and I told my girl like, yo, he following after these niggas. I know that's the reason why. But when I talked to him, I'm like, nah, bro, making some sense, and he really know what he doing. And I just told him, if you're gonna do it, just make sure you take it serious. Like, don't just be like you doing it because it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He like, nah, dad, like this really what I want to do and shit like that. So, like, I'm proud of you, Fat.
Yeah. and like I said, like, I mean, you offered the conversation, but he could have just stood on like not really expressing himself. Like, and this decision I made, Dad. You got it is what it is.
And that was the thing. He had took his shahada in the beginning of Ramadan, but he never told me. He said he was scared to tell me. Yeah. I'm like, you ain't never gotta be scared to tell me anything. Like, we can always sit down and talk. Like, at this point, you 16 years old. Like, you're not a man yet, but you're definitely becoming a man. So we can always sit down and talk. And I'm easy to talk to. Like, I probably was the easiest parent to talk to.
Yeah. That's the scariest thing for me is like, as your kids get older and stuff like that, as you being like the male presence in their life, they look at you in a bit of fear where they scared to talk to you because you the strong voice. Right. So like me and my kids, they mom, like she might have a conversation with them that I don't even get because one, she they mom. So I gotta be understand. I had to tell myself that like she they mom. So they gonna be when it's something tender or something sensitive they not sure about, of course they gonna go to her. Me being trying to be super dad, I'm like, damn, why you ain't come to me? Why you ain't come to me about it? So little stuff, they go to her. And, as I give her 100% credit. Anything they drop to her ear, she passes it to my ear. So I do appreciate that. Like, so it get back to me. And I had to tell myself, like, damn, like, why they ain't said to me? Then I put it together. Like, let's say, mom, that's a more sensitive thing. She like, yo, you might want to talk to him about it, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is because we just was saying my son getting hair on his nuts. Like, no real shit. But like he talked to his mom about it. He like, yo, I'm growing some hair down there and all that. Like, why you? So I'm thinking like, damn, why would he say nothing to me about it? He here every day of the week or whatever like that. It was more of a sensitive thing, so he want to talk to his mom about it. But I'm gonna have the conversation with him about it too, just in general. But I just don't want him. That's the scariest thing. I never want my kids to like fear having a conversation with me. Yeah, because there's gonna be some shit that they have to talk to you about, and you never want them. And it's a fine line because you discipline them and you chastise them and stuff like that. Right. And they think that voice is the voice that you always carry with them. Like, no, I do got the soft side that you could say, yo, pop, this going on, or Dad, can I talk to you about this? Exactly. But it's hard for them to find a parameter. What's the difference? But I just always try to drive home, like, whatever going on, like, you can fuck up to the worst. You gonna come talk to me about it. God forbid if I gotta walk you into a precinct, but don't not talk to me about it. Like, you know what I mean? So
and shout out, not to cut you off.
Yeah,
bro,
no, you good.
But I think that's a key piece on us, like as fathers, like dads in progress. Like shout out to us, like creating that safe space for our kids, man. Yeah. Or trying to create that safe space for our kids to be able to be vulnerable and communicate to us, man, and express their feelings. Like, shout out to you caring about that, though, right? Caring about him going to his mom about that. Because, for sure. That's not something that maybe our parents showed. You feel what I'm saying? You want to keep it you want to keep it for yourself, then go ahead. You deal with it. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to us being able to see what we had and transition into something else, man. It's key. It's huge. Like,
and I always say like fatherhood and being the dad, you learning. I don't know how to have a conversation with him. My pop ain't had that conversation with me. So it's like, so I every time I think I got a grasp on how this work, it's always a new level to it. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm learning something else. Now he think the conversation tough for him, but it's going to be just as tough for me. Like, cause I ain't never had it before. For sure. Yeah.
We learning together.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Absolutely.
Let's get into our new segment. Sport.
Yeah. New segment every week. Along with what men can't do, we definitely gonna have as a man. So this week I got the as a man. As a man, something lighter. We got too heavy right there. Somebody cutting onions in this joint.
I mean, you know.
As a man, I saw this clip on Lou Will and who the boy who do the podcast with Will from Philly. I apologize.
Oh,
Spank. Yeah. Lou Will and Spank Horton, they did the podcast, and they had a female on there with him. And she asked him about, let's say I'm going on vacation, my man paying for everything, and I want to take my friend, your girlfriend, I want to take my friend with me, and he gonna pay for her too. As a man, would you be willing to let your shorty go on a vacation with her girlfriend and her man that he paid for? He paid for everything. All she gotta do is roll out.
Show up.
She just gotta show up. Everything paid. Just pack a bag, show up. He ain't really the go out type. So me and her gonna hit on the town. He just paid for everything. So as a man, how you feel about that? One, him paying for everything. Two, him being there. Like, I need both of those.
You want me to go ahead?
Bro, you go five.
Man, this is an absolute...
Cross his feet at the end. Five.
Yeah, man, I got sit back on this one, man.
I said, you want me to go? You want me to go?
It's an absolutely no, bro. Like, it's not happening, bro. 100% is not happening. And if you feel like you can stand on that, then go ahead, man. It's just like, that might be it. No, it ain't even might. It's like, that's over. First off, like, I don't never want to give. First off, for me, I'm thinking like, if somebody was to pay for my girl to go on a girls trip with her girls, I know he bringing his homies. You know what I'm saying? So now it's 5-on-5. They playing basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 5-on-5. So it's like it's no coming back from that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And then it's like you giving an opportunity. Like, even if you don't take it to the extreme and do the most, right? Let's say you on a boat, you getting liquor poured all in your mouth and you twerking all down there. Damn, I got 5 rock folks all on the yacht and all that. Bro, it's too much going on. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I can't deal with that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much. Like, it's too much control you done gave him. You know what I mean? It's like,
what if he said he not going?
He not going, and he
won't pay. He just gonna pay for them to go.
I'm still stuck between that because now it's like
I'm cool.
I'm still cool because damn, I flew. He got one up. I flew him and they squad out. Like, it was all on me. Like, cousin, he ain't put nothing up. Whole time you did that. Like, you feel me? It don't mean that I'm pop, but it's like you went above and beyond. You feel what I'm saying?
That's how you gonna carry it.
You gonna carry it like I ain't have it.
All right, let's say he got it like that. Not him. Like, it's a difference between the shorty that's dating somebody and somebody like, oh, she messing with the 12th man on the bench. He got paper. He got paper. This not a discussion if y'all paper here. It's clear that his paper is here. So you still on some, you better not go.
I gotta stand.
That make a difference. I think that make a difference because it's like, Eric, not me. Everybody know he got more money than me. It's not even a discussion.
It ain't even that though, but I can still pay for my bitch to go to a fucking away though.
What y'all flying?
Yeah, I'm paying.
Tell him get on Frontier. Like, stop playing. Like, y'all getting on. What he think? He getting you a first class joint? He say PJ. No, you meet her down there. You gonna meet him down there.
He say PJ. But go ahead.
Before we go to the extreme though, man, what you think? Just the first scenario.
No. I'm always gonna go no with that situation because just like Fa said, chances is if he's going, he's bringing his homies with him.
I don't even think the homies ain't even get to me. The first thing is they triple threat match. That's the first thing came to my mind. They trying to run my shorty. They trying to run a movie on my shorty. I don't even dig friends. Like, that was
my thing was, I know for sure you bringing your homies with you, and I know for sure what y'all trying to do.
Yeah.
Because we was there at one point in time.
You feel what I'm saying?
So that's why I'm cool. You ain't going.
All right, but then if he say it's just girls trip, I'm going to pay for it. I know you fucked up. I'm going to pay for it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So now we all out in the club, and he with his man. I just pay for him. He couldn't. I bought his bitch a trip.
His broke ass said, what did you? Like,
Look at this nigga trying to buy bottles now. He couldn't even buy a trip. Couldn't even play plane ticket. Nah, I'm cool. Nah.
And they said that, like, shorty, her rebuttal was like, oh, what, you don't trust your girl enough around when you not around?
It ain't even.
She trying to flip it to insecurity for them. And I kind of was like, I don't think it's that, but I don't think you should let anybody with gasoline drawers on walk through fire and hope they don't get burnt.
You don't want to put them in a predicament.
Yeah, don't put me in that predicament either to do nothing crazy. Because I'm
don't put me in a predicament to let you down. Like, if you trust me, and I trust you, you put me in a predicament to let you down. Then
people always flip that as like a level of insecurity. A lot of it is like it's just not I'm not gonna put you in a position to fail. Like I ain't gonna give you the test and you ain't study. Like you know what I mean. So
that's like that show. Y'all probably don't watch it, but it's a show on Netflix like Temptation Island or some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
like you go in there, you go on the island with your girl, and then there's all these badass chicks, muscled ass niggas, and they taking your girl out on a date to see if your girl gonna cheat. You put them in a position to be like,
don't put me in a position.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like you giving them the match, the like the fucking.
Now
fire.
I think like I ain't gonna lie, me being real. It's a no-go on that you going type shit. Right. Even if she double back and say, you know what, he changed his mind, he ain't going, fuck out of here.
You're lying.
But if, all right, let's say, how far down on the bench we talking? Like, that's what I'm going to ask. Like, how far down on the bench? Because if she, what's the nigga that's balling for the Sixers now? Quentin Grimes. If Grimes shorty, like, he got a couple dollars. Oh, yeah, my friend, she dating Grimes. He going to take it out. He ain't going where he at. He in Minnesota. Where he at? He in Minnesota. I might let you slide on the trip. If it's somebody who clearly got a lot of paper.
But if the 12th man on the bench
if it's
got more paper than us.
Yeah, that is true. But he ain't. But in people's eyes,
boy might got more.
Yeah. But in people's eyes, he don't have that much paper. It depends on how far you up on the bench. I might be like, yeah, don't miss that one in a lifetime. Get on the PJ and all that.
Grimes,
I trust you or not.
Grimes got. Like,
I'm looking on his location. Where he at? Where the next game at?
You feel what I'm saying? It might be a 2-day break. He might not even post. He might slide out there. He might bring them niggas with him.
Now your girl on the PJ, your girl on the PJ, he done introduced her to a whole nother lifestyle that
never mind. Change my mind. Bro. Nope. Don't get on no jet. Don't get on no jet. I can't put you on.
Nope. You can't put on. Now every time you take
Grimes put on the PJ.
Now every time you take on the spirit, she like this nigga.
She in the spirit fight like
now
this.
She playing with you.
Now she $150 and she too. It's too tight in here.
She on the PJ selfie.
Now she only 160, but he's tight. She's too small.
I ain't never. That shit ain't. I ain't never.
They don't give you champagne back here.
Never flew first class, but the PJ got it. Man,
I'm cool. We gonna stay where we at.
Every Thursday, she keep reposting the picture of her on the PJ. No, I'm cool.
Keep pulling out extra pictures. She ain't show me.
She ain't show you.
They making the gram, but she ain't show me. I'm like,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, taking me out of close friend. No, we good. I don't care where you at on the bench. Your friend just lucky. Tell her buy you a bag. Then.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh man. That was good. But
this episode 84 of the DIPP Dads in Progress podcast. I'm with the gang today.
Yes, sir.
Back to the vibe. Well, y'all know the slogan. It ain't the logo. It ain't whatever it is. I'm on. Y'all know the slogan. It ain't changed. As long as you're in progress, you're not failing.
Man,
we out.
Tap in.